Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, and former mortician's assistant. Beware, beware. That might not be a phone jingling in your pocket. Join the Nevermorians for morning mischief and madness at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central. Your sense of humor is the only thing you need to wear.
And good morning, everyone. How the heck are you? Hey, welcome to the Monday, October 5th episode of Nevermind the Furthermore. Glad to have you here. A little bit disorganized this morning. Remembered some last minute stuff to prep for the show, and it didn't get done. But anyway, we're going to soldier on anyway. We hope you're having a good Monday morning. And I'm your host, Brian K. Morris, obviously. And we appreciate your watching us, whether it's live or on the rerun. But if it's live, if you have a chance, our live show, you get to interact with us. So please check us out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 a.m. so you can be part of the conversation. And if you're watching on Facebook on the Rising Tide or the Indie Vent Network, please give this page a like. It helps with the algorithms, gets us more visibility, okay? And also other people see what kind of cool friends you're hanging around with. And if you're watching us on YouTube, if you like what you're seeing, give this video a big thumbs up if you would, please. And Jeffrey Hayes, thank you for reacting to this show. We're going to get to you in a moment here. You'll be happy. Anyway, please also consider subscribing because, again, it helps us with our visibility on that platform. And be sure to ring that bell so you'll be notified of other special events that we have on our pages. This show is brought to you by Plasmafire Graphics. That's right. I almost screwed that up. Plasmafiregraphics.com. They give you a great look for your paperback covers and do all kinds of really cool things. So please check out the work of Jeffrey Hayes at Plasmafire Graphics, if you would. And we're also powered by Geek Insider and RisingTide.pub. So anyway, good morning to all of you. Let's dive right into your comments. And from YouTube, we have the one, the only Carl Witzman. Hi there. Hey, Carl, how you doing? And we want to say hello to Christian Basil, Charles F. Millhouse, and Magi J. Caretaker. Hello, gentlemen. How the heck are you? And let's see. And there we go. Hi, my friend. How are you? I am dandy, a little disorganized, but otherwise doing well. So we know what that means, what we have to have. Oh, I feel all my ducks coming into a row now. Thank you, Magi Jake. Hope you had a great weekend, buddy. And love the pictures you posted yesterday. And hello, Charles F. Millhouse, StormgatePress.com. Please check out his work. He is an amazing, amazing author. And from YouTube, there he is, the one, the only, Eric Hawkins. Morning, peoples. How are you, Eric? Hope you're having a great morning. Eric is the illustrator and writer of the Zombiful World of Oz. That if you go to Indiegogo and do a search for that, or for Eric Hawkins, you can pick up that fantastic comic book. And I'm not saying that just because I am the copy editor on that thing. Magi J. Caretaker said, I meant to tell you something crazy. You won't believe my real name isn't Magi Jake. What? Go on with your bad self. It's a stage name. My real name is Jake Lindsay. Oh my goodness. Well, don't reveal your true identity. Your enemies could strike back at you through your secret identity. Don't you read comic books, Jake? Anyway, Jake, thank you very much for that revelation, brother. And I hope you're having a great morning. Thank you very much. And Tyrone Tony Reed Jr., hope you're having a good day, brother. Good Monday morning, everyone. Have a productive day and a very productive week. And go to TyroneTonyReedJr.com and fill your head with all kinds of good stuff that this man does. He's multi-talented. He is amazing. He really is. And we're glad you're here, Tyrone Tony Reed Jr. Thank you for attending this morning. And here he is, the one, the only, Christian Basil. Arise, Monday Morris monster. Arise from your manufactured house of unremoved Christmas illuminations and bring forth what we have come for. Bring forth, you strong nectar of Covfefe, and mount on your fez of doom. what are you doing on my Fez of Doom? Good Lord. Should I have it dry cleaned afterwards? That's what I want to know. Christian, as always, brother, we're glad you're here. Check out The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. He's got all kinds of great guests, all kinds of cool stuff. In fact, let me scroll down to it. The show looks something like this.
This is The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
Definitely check that out. The man's got great conversation, great guests, super interviews. And if you're any sort of fan of Doctor Who, whether it's the classic stuff or it's the new stuff, hashtag become part of the legend. And Carlene joins us. Hey, everyone. Mwah! Good morning, Carly. How you doing? And Jeffrey Hayes, who is our sponsor for today's show. Good morning, Monday morning to all. Hope your week is starting out awesome. Mine sure is. Jeffrey, I think I forgot to download what you did for me, but we're still glad to have Jeffrey Hayes and Plasmafire Graphics as our guest, our sponsor this morning. I better write that down before I forget it again. Plasmafire Graphics. Yeah, check it out. They do great work. If you saw on the screen there earlier at the start of the show, it is a wait a minute. We feel. Hold on a second. Hold on. Almost had to mute the mic there. Thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
She brings me coffee. Now I can do the show. Holy cats. Anyway, my week is starting out great, and we are going to download what you did for me soon. I don't know if it'll get on this show, but we will start showing it off tomorrow. But everyone check out plasmafiregraphics.com. Great talented man behind it. Check out the Sergeant Janice books from Jim Beard, our guest from last Tuesday's Clever Title Pending. And speaking of Clever Title Pending, tune in tomorrow night, please, because we are going to have the one and only fantasy author Michaela Jade on tomorrow night. She is a frequent guest of this show, and she's got a lot of good things to tell about why she went independent as far as her publishing goes and her current plans for her Warrior's Secret Trilogy. It's going to be a fun show. She's a fun lady. You're going to love her. You think you love her comments. You think you love making her pocket buzz. Well, wait till she's on the show and she'll make your pocket buzz. But anyway, Jeffrey Hayes, thank you again for everything, man. Seriously. Nick Tucker says, good morning, Nevermorians. Get that little sibilance there. As the crisp autumn air chills the leaves and rising spirits chill our souls, here's to warm keyboards and hot coffee. Hashtag bring cookie home. Thank you, Nick. And check out the work of Nicholas Tockert on Amazon, also on DeviantArt. And every Friday night, he hosts the Historical Fencing Guild and on YouTube, and it's a show worth watching. If you want to learn more about killing each other safely with bladed weapons, he's the man to talk to. And there he is, Harley Slavic. Greetings. Good morning to you, sir. Hope everyone is well. We are. Hope you are the same. Go to harleyslavic.com for all your comic and collectible needs. Do that thing. And Carl Witzman, there's a big thumbs up option. I only found one thumb, but I hit it. Thank you, Carl. Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, it's big when I have my glasses on and I can see properly. So, and size doesn't really matter. It's the thought. We love you smashing our thumbs up. We really do on YouTube. And it helps us, like I said, with our visibility for our program. So, it is a good thing to hit that button if you would. And I'm all about pushing buttons, as you may have noticed. Oh, speaking of pushing buttons, last night I was on Russell Allen's talk extravaganza, the Russ Explode show. And it's 2 hours of me taking over his show and him standing back helpless to watch and do nothing but react with horror. But no, we had some great conversations last night. We made some new friends off of Twitch, his Twitch live stream. And we thank everyone who showed up last night and helped proceed the show forward. We had a great time, both Russell and myself. And Russell, please check out the work, xenonanitetitan.com. He's got a really cool book coming up that's going to be on Kickstarter soon. So I'm going to ask that you all support that man. He's got some really ambitious plans for some stretch goals on that thing that I am like, I have never heard anyone do that before. But this is so bloody awesome that it's got to work, seriously. So please check out the work of Russell Allen and RussExplodeStudio.com, XenonaniteTitan.com as well. Nick Talker says, YouTube, folks, smash that like. It's more scared of you than you are of it. That's right, and it's fun to back it into a corner and watch as it sweats helplessly, knowing you're about to smash it. Yes, please give this, please on YouTube, give this a thumbs up. And if you're on Facebook, please give it a reaction as well, whether it's a like or a love, like Carl Witzman, Harley Slavic, and Jeffrey Hayes have done, or a love like Christian Basil, Tyrone Tony Reed Jr., and the one, the only Brian Rodman, who we're going to get to in just a moment here. Charles F. Millhouse, report from the Cleveland Comic Book and Nostalgia Festival. Lots of foot traffic, lots of sales. Good to hear that. And people looking for my Captain Hawkins series. It was humbling. Oh, dude, I hope in a good way. That is great. I'm sorry we missed each other last night. I was on the air with Russell Allen. But I expect a full report this morning. That is good to hear. And hope you had a good time, my friend. Brian Rodman, the one, the only BrianRodman.com. Good morning, my fellow Brian and Nevermorians. I hope everyone had a fantastic and spooktacular weekend. Yes, I did. I had a good one. I started work on the 6th chapter of my first draft Flash novel, which is currently titled Ebony Terror. It is a placeholder title, and we are going to change it, and we do welcome input. Now, if you want to get a sneak peek at it, go to patreon.com. In fact, let me put that up for your singing and dancing pleasure. Here we go. And there we go. It killed the comment. But anyway, patreon.com/Brian K. Morris, all one word, all lowercase. And for $5 a month, you can get a sneak peek at the Ebony Terror novel. We just posted our 2nd chapter over the weekend. I might lose all control and post another chapter in a week or two. So just to give you guys a little taste of where that's going. But it's a World War II pulp adventure featuring some possibly familiar characters if you're a comic or pulp fan in an unfamiliar setting. And it's kind of something I've been wanting to do for quite some time, and finally got a good venue to do it with. But anyway, for $1, you will be mentioned in all future Rising Tide publications, as long as you're a patron of mine. And for $5 a month, you get advanced looks at my videos that I'll be doing special for YouTube, and also some stuff that'll be exclusive for Patreon. We're also going to we've restarted our blog, which if you like Clever Tile Pending, you'll love the name of my blog. And some episodes will be for the general public, so you don't have to be a member to see them, but a lot of them will be exclusive, and you should be at least a $1 patron of mine. And this is every month. So you are helping support me and the look and of this show, and of my books and such. We are hoping I've finally given up on the idea of trying to teach myself editing videos, so I'm probably going to hire somebody to do it if my Patreon or my PayPal. Let's see, here we go. Yeah, here we go. We'll start the PayPal crawl down there. The PayPal is strictly for the look of the show and of books. And also the videos. I'm hoping to hire a video editor at some point. and make it worth their while to work with me, poor people. But anyway, there's my Patreon page, and we would love your support. Now, at $10 a month, you will. We have not seeded it yet because we're still working on it. Can't believe we haven't gotten it done yet. But we are doing PDFs of my books, and if you are at the $10 subscriber level, you will be able to get them for download. So anyway, it's a great way to support people who are doing some great things. And I like to think I am. We're having kind of like, I'm calling it a soft opening right now, but we are working to get everything put together. And I may have something coming up on the book front on Patreon only that, well, we'll tell the patrons first anyway, because that's what Patreon's about. Anyway, we thank everyone who's supporting us on Patreon so far, and we hope that you'll consider doing it too. So anyway, let's see. Let's get that out of there, and let's go back to your comments because you're awesome. And there she is, the star of tomorrow night's Clever Tile Pending, Michaela Jade. Hello, working. Mwah! Hello, darling. How you doing? Yeah, we're always working here. I know you're working too. Michaela has a 9 to 5, but that's part of her journey, that she's got to do the 9 to 5 so she can do the stuff that really means something to her. I'm really looking forward to having you on Clever Tile Pending tomorrow night, and I'll get you the link for it probably later today with any luck. But anyway, please check out the show tomorrow night if you love Michaela on here, and I know Christian does. I expect Christian to show up. And speaking of Christian, tomorrow night at 6:00 will be The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, and I will be part of the panel. We're going to discuss whether the Doctor believes in ghosts, or does he? Does he or does he not? We're going to discuss that tomorrow night. Looking forward to being on that show again. I had a great time the first time I was on there. And if you ever do Match Game again, Christian, I'm up for that. Anyway, tomorrow night's going to be an evening of me. Lord help you. But anyway, no, it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be on The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS at 6 p.m. Eastern. And then at 8 p.m., we will be with Michaela Jade. And nothing pleases us more. Who wouldn't want to be with Michaela Jade? And Brian, if you haven't checked your Facebook messages after your show, Charles, I will, my friend. I will do that. I plan to, but I just kind of got into the drinking coffee kind of thing and chilling with my honey, you know? And playing Injustice 2. So that's the new rabbit hole for me. Magi J Caretaker, it is an awesome morning, my friend. My nephew is watching the show with me. Hello, young man. I hope you're having a good morning as well. And you are in your uncle is a great, great guy. He is a good friend and a very talented illusionist. And we're glad that you're here watching. Hope that you have a fantastic morning and an even better week. All right. Good to have you here. And Brian Rodman says, #bring Cookie home. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated. That is our goal, to bring her home. And Alan Roderick from Facebook, glad to see you. Morning, everyone. Morning to you, Alan. Hope you're having a great morning. And everyone, please put in your links to your creative efforts, your website, your Kickstarter campaign, your Indiegogo, your crowdfunding, your hopes, your dreams, your reality, your YouTube channel. Please utilize us, exploit us, if you will, and I'm sure you will. Harley Slybeck, for those who do not know, aside from being a collector and collectibles dealer, I am an actor, and I am now represented by Style Talent Agency from San Antonio, Texas. They have a page on Facebook. I will only do non-union projects. If you are looking for actors for projects and want to contact the talent agency, you can do so at styletalentagency@gmail.com. Very cool, Harley. Very cool. Good to see you stretching out like that. And Magi Jake Caretaker says, I'm going to change my name to Magi Jake Lindsay when the 60 days name change limit is up. Okay. Well, I can see that. Although I think Magi Jake Caretaker is kind of cool. And considering the type of show you do, I think it's kind of fitting. So, who says here's what you could do, Jake. If you don't know already, and I don't know about it, have a Magi Jake Caretaker page, a business page, where you can post, at least something regularly, even if it's just once a week, showing off your magic, use it as a blog, whatever. Like we have Rising Tide Publications. For instance, there's a Brian K. Morris page. And then there's the Rising Tide Publications page where we have new content 3 or 4 times a day. And it's a way to separate your professional self from your personal self. So anyway, just a suggestion, Jake, and we can talk about that offline if you want. Brian Rodman says, this weekend we got most of our Halloween decorations up at the house, and we bought orange C9 lights for the front. My goodness, we've become the orange beacon for the street. The lights are so bright. Wow, that sounds cool. Well, at one point we when we moved to Lafayette, in our old bedroom, we had purple string lights, and it was kind of nice to wake up in the middle of the night. And there's this kind of purple glow in the room. We like purple. You think Prince liked purple? My God, yeah, see us. But they burned out. We need to replace those. Yep, she says. Do we need to replace these things? Let's ask our celebrity panel. Do we need to replace these things? The purple string lights. One doctor says, yep. We got a doctor that says, yep. And you got to respect a professional. And, we got two thumbs up. And, oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, that's an emphatic one. And just coming from the bleachers there. Oh, yeah. And once you get inside, it's really enticing. In fact, you'll be saying, I don't want to go. And so anyway, I've got too many graphics here, and I'm having too much fun with that. Anyway, Jeffrey Hayes, who was at the show last night with Russell Allen, fun interview of you by Russ last night. Y'all were very entertaining. No lack of silly sarcasm. Yeah, we were letting our natural self shine through, Jeffrey Hayes. And I appreciate you and Magi Jake being there last night, too. We're always glad to see familiar faces. But yeah, it was kind of fun. And his Twitch crowd was certainly on fire. I was glad when they showed up. They were a lot of fun. They asked a lot of good questions last night were asked. So please check out Russell Allen. And think kind thoughts for Russell Allen. He's going through some challenging times right now with his health and his son's health. So we always keep him in our prayers, and we hope you will too. So anyway, and Clyde Hall, saw you sneak in there. Clyde, hope you're having a great morning. Hope you and Virginia are having a fantastic week so far, and hope for a better one to come. And let's see. Oh, we got cool people coming up. We got to get through these. And Carl Witzman says, into Michaela's pocket we go. Over the woods to Grandma's house. And thank you to Willow Schuyler, Harley Slavic, and Brian Rodman for sharing this broadcast. I sincerely appreciate that. I love you guys. Love you all. And Willow, good morning to you. Hope you are having a fantastic morning. Haven't said hello to you yet. And Harley Slavic, there is a link to his acting resume at talent.castingnetworks.com/common/resume ASPX for that good look. Anyway, Harley, check out the work of Harley Slavic. He does a lot of cool things. And here we go. Magi Jake Caretaker says, I found out Brian Rodman's favorite band, Trans-Siberian Orchestra. They're an awesome band. Oh my God. Yes, we have been fans of Trans-Siberian Orchestra since, Christmas in Sarajevo. I have certain songs that I need to hear at least once every Christmas season, and that is one of them. The other one is a terrible song called Hee-haw, hee-haw. It's Dominic the Donkey. But yes. Oh yeah, we got to hear that one. By Lou Monte. Thank you, Cookie. But Trans-Siberian Orchestra, how can you listen to that and not feel your pulse race? That is such an amazing song. I love that thing dearly. And speaking of people I love dearly, there's Amy Hale. Mwah to Amy Hale. Good morning, all. Good morning. Author AmyHale.com, author Amy Hale on Facebook, and Amy Hale's Angels also on Facebook. Check out her work. She's got a brand new book coming out. And when it does, we are going to pimp the hell out of that thing. And speaking of pimping the hell out of things, glad that reminded me. And I'm looking right down my agenda. I don't know how I missed it. This coming Saturday, Kathy Jackson is going to be having a release party for her brand new book, and I will be there at 10 o'clock with a little bit of madness. And Written on His Heart is the brand new book. I better write that down too. Written on His Heart. But anyway, it's going to be a fantastic book. I'm looking forward to getting it. And I'm looking forward to being on Kathy's channel. So please check it out this weekend. We'll have more promos for it as the week ensues. So please subscribe to the Rising Tide Publications page, and we will be posting stuff on there as well. And hello to you too, Trevor Hawkins. Great talented artist. Good to see you, buddy. Terrible typist, says Cookie. And thank you, Jessica Johnson, for sharing this video. Mwah! Much love to you all. Thank you all so much. Appreciate the share. And anyway, Trevor, good morning to you. Hope you're having a great morning. And there is someone we've been wanting to hear some good news from, Mr. John B. Pica. Howdy to you, citizen. How are you this morning? And he answers me, I am up and working from home on the road to recovery. As fans of this show and of Big Daddy Cool here know, John came down with the coronavirus. And it makes me glad that you're feeling better, man. Seriously, because we saw him at NonCon a week ago Saturday, and the man appeared to be in perfect health. And then, like 2 days later, he's laid out with this and tested positive for corona. So, personally, I'm hoping to test positive for Guinness pretty soon, because I love that stuff. That stuff wins. And Cookie mocks me with her laughter. Okay, fair enough. I love me my properly poured Guinness. You know, that's the thing that gives you the head on the ale, like about this thick, and it takes about 2 minutes to do properly. Oh man, my liver hates me. Anyway, wahoo, says Michaela J. John B. Pike, I'm glad you're up and at least a little bit more up and about. Keep us posted, brother. Keep us posted. And go to johnpica.com for more information on what Big Daddy Cool does. All right. Anyway, wahoo, I got some earbuds so I can listen while working. In my pocket you go. Oh, I'm covering myself with WD-40, so as I slide right in. And Michaela Jane says she reiterates she got some earbuds. She got 2 sets of earbuds so she can listen while working. And Christian Basil says, did you say nothing pleasures you more than author Michaela Jane? Well, we'll find out tomorrow night, Christian, after we do The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS at 6 p.m. Eastern, and then we'll do Clever Title Penning at 8 p.m. and Michaela Jade will be on my guest for that show. I'm honestly looking forward to it. I really do. And Get Better Soon from Alan Roderick. That is from all of us, Alan. We're gonna join in with your best wishes for John B. Pica. Seriously, we're glad you're up and about, though, man. It makes me happy to hear that. And Carl Witzman from YouTube says, someday she is going to accidentally turn on that camera. I fall to my knees every day praying for that day, Carl. And when it does, I will be there. And Philip Thompson, what do you think of my Inktober drawings? I think they're fantastic, Philip. Good to see you this morning, sir. Hope you're doing well. Yes, this is a pretty busy month for some of us. If you're an artist, especially if you do comic-style artwork, Inktober is where you draw or ink over the work of someone else, different drawing every day. And I've seen some really beautiful results, and Philip Thompson's, of course, is no exception. Also this month, don't forget, this is also Preptober. If you are planning on joining in NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month, this is the time when you do your prep for your activities during NaNoWriMo. National Novel Writing Month is where you are working on that first draft of your book. And October is when you do your prep for it, like your research, your plotting, your character designs, etc., etc. And it can be a busy month, but at the end of November, by November 30th, you should have 50,000 words, whether it finishes the book or not. And you should have a viable working draft to edit the rest of the year. Now, last year, I wrote the first draft of Aquatic, and the press of other assignments that came my way forced me to push it in the background. But this year, what I'm going to do is get ahead on my flash fiction, my flash novel, my first draft flash novel. And the thing is, all you have to do is like something like 1,600, call it 1,650 words per day. I don't remember the exact number, but it's like under 1,700 words a day, which is doable. And even for the slowest of typists. And it's a good way to get forward, advanced on your novel. And a lot of people wait till NaNoWriMo and do their first drafts for the book they're going to prep for the rest of the year. So I'm excited for this year's NaNoWriMo. I urge everyone to get onto NaNoWriMo. It's NaNoWrimo. It's like, trying to figure out what that is. .org, I believe it is. Also, sign up for that page because you can get badges, lots of encouragement, and your local municipality may be having support groups. I know there's one here in Lafayette, Indiana. Champaign, Illinois, where I used to live, has one. And if nothing else, you get notices. You can track your you can input your progress, and it keeps you on the path there. So please check it out. Plus, I will be posting my results, and we hope you will too. Magi J Caretaker says my nephew's name is Marshall. He's 2. Well, Marshall, it is good to see you. Thank you for introducing me, Jake, and hope you enjoy your stay with your uncle there. Hope you have a fantastic day, young man. Hope you have a fun one. And Carl Witzman, glad to hear it. Yeah, seriously. And Ted Davies, good morning all. Ted Davies Artistry on YouTube. Ted Davies Artistry on Facebook. TedDaviesArtistry.com. And he brought the covfefe. God bless you, young man, and all the sail within you. And there we go. Magi Jake Caretaker says, I actually do have a page. It's at Magi Jake Gospel Magician. Excellent, Magi Jake. Glad to see that. And I love his work. I got to see his close-up magic at NonCon last weekend. What a great talent. And the illusionists were well represented between Magi Jake and John B. Pica. So glad to see you. And ouch, need more Fefe, says Jeffrey Hayes. And I think now's a good time to have a word from our sponsor. All right, here we go. Oops, went too far. As usual, I went too far. Ooh, it loaded. Oh, excellent. We're going to show you first what there we go. Let's take that out. All right, now this is why I need a director. Anyway, please check out this here from Plasmafire Studios, our sponsor for today. That's plasmafiregraphics.com. Check that out, please. He does incredible Big 5 publisher work at independent press prices, and we will be working with him in the immediate future. And he's done something for us that it's finally uploaded. It took me like 4 bleeping ever to get it going here, but here is something he did for us, and check it out and see what he can do for you.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a classic hero in a high-flying, fast-paced, and action-packed steampunk adventure. The original Skyman battles the Master of Steam with an introduction by comics icon and historian Roy Thomas. A Rising Tide, an Ace Comics publication. Available now in print or digital format on Amazon.com.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Anyway, thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you so much. Jeffrey did that spot for me, and contact him, see what he can do for you. But you guys got to see it first, all right? That's my gift to you, Nevermorians, on this Monday morning, and I'm so proud of that. So I love that so much, and that's why PlasmafireGraphics.com is the sponsor for today's show. And yeah, purple, says Trevor Hawkins. You betcha. Purple, we like purple. Purple is cool. Let's get our banner going again. And there is a link to our PayPal. We have a tip jar, if you will, at paypal.me/Rising Tide BKM, capital B, capital K, capital M. And what the money doesn't go into buying my comics. It doesn't go into taking me out to dinner. It goes into the look of our products, whether it's video or publications. And we thank everyone who's been so generous so far, and also the people who have signed up for our Patreon page. That's been a blessing. And we promise to reward you with more good-looking stuff, we hope, in the immediate future. So anyway, yeah, purple from Trevor Hawkins. Purple's cool. And Brian Rodman says, this weekend we also sent out all the digital rewards for Memoirs of an Angel, issue 6, to our wonderful Kickstarter backers. And we did more edits on the entire series, as we will be distributing through Liberty Entertainment Distribution Group. Good for you. That's Varian Grant's outfit. Very, very cool. Yeah, check out, go to brianrodman.com and check out Memoirs of an Angel. What is it? He's got a great tagline for it, and I'm blanking out on it. I think I should have gone to bed an hour earlier last night. But yeah, it's a really incredible fantasy series. I've read the first 2 issues of it, and I'm going to catch up with you, Brian. I'm going to catch up on that thing. I want to support you. But anyway, I hope you all support brianrodman.com, all right? And also support Mark Lerner. Greetings from the prairie. Professor Mark, it's always a pleasure to have you here. Hope you are doing well. Much love to you and the family. And much love to Jessica Johnson. Quick good morning to everyone. Unfortunately, I am unable to stay for long on break, and we're probably way past your time here. I'm sorry, Jess. But anyway, she leaves a message for the Heroes for Kids out of Perrysville, Missouri page. That's Heroes for Kids, Perryville, Mo. It's a great group of cosplayers that use their superpowers to benefit the kids in the community, and they're a real asset to any convention. Once we open up again, please contact Heroes for Kids and let them bring some attention to your show. Also, please check out the Heroes for Kids Comic-Con. That's this coming April, and I will be there as a guest, and or vendor rather, and a whole bunch of other people who will be helping with the really good show. And part of the proceeds will be contributed to 2 major charities. One of whom is the Children's Miracle Network, I believe. I had it written down here someplace. Here we go. Time out on the field. I found my flyer. Yes, the St. Jude Children's Hospital Network, as well as the Missouri's National Veterans Memorial people. So please, when you buy a ticket to this, your money helps benefit those 2 organizations, which is pretty darn cool. So please check out Heroes for Kids Comic-Con, all right? And please join us in April. And speaking of people who are cool, Douglas Deck. Hello, Brian. Hello, Douglas. How are you this morning? Hope you are doing well. And I use Trans-Siberian Orchestra in my shows. Yeah, that's great stuff. It's got some super drama. And they do have at least one album that is not Christmas-oriented, although I love their Christmas music. I really do. And okay, here now, don't ask, says Joe McKeel. Well, Joe, you're worth waiting for. Joe McKeel, glad to have you here, brother. And Brian Rodman says, there we go. Head to brianrodman.com to check out the horror fantasy series Memoirs of an Angel. It's about a broken witch hunter who gets caught up in a cosmic war between the gods. Will the LOM of the heavenly host rescue him from the twisted plot of the Dark Kingdom? Join the adventure to find out. Check out that book. It is so good, so good. And anyway, glad to see you here, sir, and glad to see Joe McKeel, and we need to talk very soon. Yes, we do, Joe. And don't forget Stupid O'Clock. Don't forget their Facebook page. Sign up for that. And Stupid O'Clock also shows at, I have to remember the times, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern, right? Anyway, on Thursday nights, and then 11 o'clock Eastern, 10 p.m. Central on Saturday nights. And it's that great after-hours convention that you love, and it goes everywhere and anywhere. Anyway, yeah, I need to send you a note this week, Joe. I got really wrapped up with some other things. And so glad you are feeling better. John B. Pica says, Brian Rodman, continue to pray for your health, my friend, as are we all. Don't discount the power of prayer and positive vibes. Seriously, whatever you want to call it. Send that positive energy out there. And shows are starting to open too. Yeah, Douglas, I saw that. In fact, I was at a show last weekend in Middletown, Ohio, where I got to hang out with my cool writer friends. They got to hide their faces when people saw us together. And yeah, I'm glad to see the shows are opening up. Now, the virtual shows, I think we're going to have them for a good long time. I think we're going to see them morph a little into something a little different, but they got us through this year. We still got to contact our fans, got to see our public, got to let them see us. So, but yeah, I welcome the shows opening up. In fact, I've got a show October 17th in Kokomo, Indiana. Kokomo Con is a go. And it's going to be a great time. Masks will be required. I understand there will be hand sanitation units. But anyway, come by and buy a book, and I'll let you have a squirt of hand sanitizer. How does that sound for a deal? Anyway, there will be social distancing involved, and I'm really looking forward to it. Charles F. Millhouse will be there, as well as Luke Stone, the artist and writer of Hybrids, the Sons of Gods. And please check out, he's got a Kickstarter campaign going to, he's had it before for the Sons of Gods trade paperback, but he needs a little bit more to get to that stretch goal, which will have a brand new series of stories. One is by Meredith Logren, her very first published work, and we all love the giantess on here. And there's also a 2-page story in there by myself and Eric Hawkins, teaming up once again, the Claremont and Byrne, the Lee and Kirby of the independent field. I like to think I should be so lucky as to be that talented. But anyway, I've hooked up with an incredibly talented artist here, and check it out. So please consider checking out the Kickstarter. I don't have a link for it, but just do a search on Kickstarter.com for Luke's. It wouldn't be for Luke Stone. He's doing it under one of his studio names, but look for Hybrids, and you should be able to find it under comics. All right. And speaking of someone who's the Sons of Gods, there's Pops Van Zandt. CromCon 7 is in the books. Thanks, everyone. Pops, it was a great show, great time. I popped in every now and then to check it out, and we're sure that CromCon will be even better. Number 8 coming soon. Anyway, Pops, it's good to see you, my man. Hope you had a great weekend. Hey, how did the wedding go? I want to hear about that. All right. Douglas Deck says, I'm finishing a novel now. No NaNoWriMo for me this time round. Look for River Spirit soon. Definitely. Douglas, when you get that going, please consider us to help you promote that thing, okay? We want to get you some sales, all right? And Jessica Johnson says, headed back to work. Have a fantastic day. Big hugs to you and Cookie. Big hugs and love back to you and Lonnie and the family. Jess, hope you're having a great morning so far. Sorry we're so late and didn't get to say hello to you while you're here. And Michaela Jade, Carl, the camera wouldn't make it better. It would just be darker. That way we'd have to use our fevered imagination, Michaela. How much do you want that? And but what you do want is douglasdeck.yola, yolasite.com. That is the work of Douglas Deck. Please check it out. He's also in the Nightmare Collective with me and Rick Bradley. Let me see. I think I've got it right here so I can show you what it looks like. Yes. The Nightmare Collective, a book that goes bump in the night from Neoleaf Press. Douglas is in there, right? Yes. Okay. Along with Jennifer Thompson, Jolene Naylor, Lou Whitley, Casey Albee, Rick Bradley, Joshua Howell, and myself. And it's a darn good book. Y'all ought to pick this up if you like getting scared in the middle of the night and waking up in a cold sweat and realizing that you've had some involuntary functions because you were so scared. But anyway, everyone, who doesn't look forward to that, I ask you, huh? Anyway, Douglas, glad you're here, man. Hope your weekend went well, my brother. And Michaela J says, Carl, okay, and it would still be darker. It'd be even darker now. You must be hitting the send button more than once. But anyway, we're glad to hear from Michaela Jade, who will be on Clever Tile Pending tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. Douglas Deck, good cover work. Yeah, doesn't Plasmafire Graphics do great work? And contact Jeffrey Allen, because you'll be astonished. Or Jeffrey Hayes, excuse me. I'm mixing you and Russell Allen up for some reason this morning. Oh, Brad Moore, glad to see you. Love you, brother. Hope your morning's going well, my friend. Good to have you here. It's been too long. I miss talking to you, man. And let's see, who else have we got here? Just shot past everything. And see if there's anyone else I haven't said hello to. Rochelle Lester, mwah, good morning to you, hon. Hope your morning's going well. And we're caught up with people that, and see, Facebook and doesn't always tell me when you're here, and YouTube never tells me. So please say hello so I can say hello to you. I'm really glad to do that. And please, while you're here, please give us a reaction. Whether you're on Facebook, give us a thumbs up if you like the video on YouTube, or if you're on Facebook, give us a reaction. We've got some reactions so far. Alan Roderick mocks us with his laughter, but we can deal with that. We've got some like from Matt Shore. Glad to have you here, Matt. Good morning to you. And Carl and Harley and Jeffrey. And we got some love from Jessica Johnson, Christian Basil, Brian Rodman, Tyrone, Tony Reed Jr., and Ted Davies. Thank you all for your reactions. It does help us with the visibility of the show. And we want more people to know what you people do. And Carl Witzman from YouTube says, but just before it went into the pocket. And Carl is ignoring the cigars and reaching for a pack of cigarettes right now. Anyway, moving on with your comments. Michaela Jade, the Carl. Oh, okay. It's wow. How many times is this posting? Okay, or is that the same one? That's the third time it posted. Wow, Michaela, your phone is it's not standing up because it's glad it's here. Anyway, I just started reading Skyman, says Carl Witzman. I hope you enjoy it, Carl. I really do. I'm very proud of that book. That came out almost exactly as I intended it to. How many of us have written stuff and been amazed at the direction the book takes when you're not holding tight onto the reins? But no, and it had some challenges getting out. I actually wrote it in 2013. But circumstances prevented it from being printed until 2015. So, but anyway, it's one of our better selling books, and we're proud to have it in our library. And nice promo, thank you, Douglas. I appreciate that. I think it's beautiful. When Jeffrey sent that to me, oh my gosh, I was knocked out. And that's why I'm so enthused to have Plasmafire Graphics as our first sponsor. They are the first sponsor of this show. And if anyone is interested, we finally have the thing. We're going to type up I had a thing typed up where explained the terms and everything, but for being a sponsor of an episode, but somehow it got lost. I can't find it, so I'm gonna have to type that dang thing back up again. But anyway, you can be a sponsor of an episode very reasonably. And also consider that your message will go out to not just Facebook where Douglas is watching, but also YouTube. Also on YouTube, we are on the Geek Insider page there, which gets a fair amount of viewing, as well as the Rising Tide Publications page, as well as my own profile page. So you get a lot of people that can see your message, and for only $20, I think it's a decent deal. And we hope we get Plasmafire Graphics some well-deserved attention. And ooh, says Joe McKeel, I like that commercial. I do too. And Carl Witzman says, very nice promo. Isn't that awesome? I mean, I sat here just absolutely knocked out when Jeff sent that to me, and I was so touched that he did that he wanted to do that. And he's a great talent, and I think he needs to be more utilized. Until I need him, then y'all get the hell out of my way, because I want him to drop everything and do what I need. Anyway, Cookie mocks me with her laughter, but I don't think that's unreasonable. Do you? See, Cookie said so, so there you go. Anyway, Teresa Dunn's joined us. Good morning, Brian. Sorry I'm late. Teresa, I was a couple minutes late myself, so don't feel bad, hon. Poetry Expressions 2 is in the pipeline, getting ready to go out. And Magi J Caretaker says, I use Carol of Bells by Trans-Siberian Orchestra as my intro song. That's a beautiful song. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Trans-Siberian Orchestra. It's like speed metal meets orchestral rock. It's great stuff. If you haven't heard, you probably have all heard Christmas in Sarajevo, that beautiful version of God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen that if Richard Wagner arranged it. It's a fantastic song, fantastic group, fantastic choice of music there. Michaela Jade said, I'm so glad you're looking forward to the show tomorrow night. I'm so excited about things coming up for me and the Elite Warrior series. And we're going to talk about that too, Michaela. I am so enthused to have you on. I love having my friends on the show, and we've got some really great guests coming up for the rest of October and November. going through to the end of the year. Got some great shows lined up, and I'm not saying it's because of me, for God's sakes, no, but because of great guests like Michaela Jade. Please check it out. She's got a great story, and we'll be talking about why she went indie. She went independent, and is the better for it, I think. But anyway, Teresa Dunn's now switched over to YouTube. Good morning, Brian. Hope your morning is superb. It is now that you're here, darling. Mwah! And Michaela Jade, I'm still looking forward to the show tomorrow night. And yes, excellent promo for Skyman. Brian Rahman, is it not? I think everyone here that's got a book or a comic ought to be contacting Plasmafire Graphics and saying, I want what you did for Brian. Seriously. And Carl Witzman greets Teresa. And Douglas X said, I saw Trans-Siberian Orchestra last year. Nice. Yeah, I've seen clips from their live show. And what was it? I saw one clip where I think they were in the encores, and they had gone through their program, and it was so much fun because you see these guys so serious, grinding out this song, and then they welcomed a special guest star out, and it was Joan Jett, and I think they did "I Love Rock and Roll." And you see everybody on the orchestra just grinning as they're playing along with Joan. I love little guest shots like that. There's also another one I like. It's Billy Joel at Madison Square Garden from several years ago. And of course, he does the incredible Billy Joel catalog. And then he brings out Brian Johnson of AC/DC. And they sang Rock You All Night Long. And of course, he's a great frontsman, and he's, controlling the crowd. Everybody's on their feet, and you see Billy and all of his bandmates just grinning, and Brian's just strutting around the stage, that amazing growl of his, and then just hugging all the band members when he's done. I love stuff like that. I really do. Jeffrey Hayes says, more fun stuff to come in the not too distant future. Must stay focused, as Bobby Nash says. Yeah, I've got to learn to listen to Bobby Nash more often too. Anyway, check it out. Plasmafire Graphics and Plasmafire on Facebook and plasmafiregraphics.com. And if you're wondering why we are so enthused about Plasmafire Graphics, I got to run this. I got to run this again. I am so happy with it.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a classic hero in a high-flying, fast-paced, and action-packed steampunk adventure. The original Skyman battles the Master of Steam with an introduction by comics icon and historian Roy Thomas. A Rising Tide and Ace Comics publication. Available now in print or digital format on Amazon.com.
Oh man, isn't that awesome? And if you want to know how you can get something like that for yourself, books and video and all kinds of graphic goodness, please check out the work of plasmafiregraphics.com. You will be glad you did. Thank you again, Jeffrey Hayes, for all you do. You're amazing. And hey, Carl from YouTube says, Teresa Dunn to Carl Witzman, and Michaela is repeating herself. Well, she's got something to say, Teresa, and it's probably for people like me that might miss it the first time. Douglas Deck says, I've been dragging my feet on vertical shows, but we'll be in the Sunshine State Book Festival online. Well, cool. Well, good luck to you, Douglas. And if you want to promote your spot on there, go to the Rising Tide Publications page, and please do. All right. Yeah, I've been taking place. I've been taking my place in a lot of virtual cons. And what do I have for virtual cons coming up? Let's see. We'll see. This Saturday, I will be at the 10 a.m. Release party for Kathy Jackson's new book, Written on Her Heart. And we're also going to have a special clever title pending. This is important. Ron Fitzgerald, Master Ron Fitzgerald, the Master of Dark Sticky Illusion, will be joining me, and we're going to have a pre-Halloween show, Halloween's Eve, the Devil's Night, and I've got the former mayor of hell on my program, and then that's to lead into his program on Saturday night, 2 hours with Ron Fitzgerald, and there's a good chance I might be on that show too. I'm certainly going to watch it. And then starting, I think I can release this information, starting Monday, November 2nd, running through Friday, November 6th, the Imagine Other Worlds with Authors virtual show will be focusing on bookstores. And Aaron Casey and the rest of the writers' room will be spotlighting some very special book vendors out of the great state of Iowa. All week long in the evening. We'll get you more times on that. But also on Saturday the 7th and Sunday the 8th, Iowa will have Imagine Other Worlds with Authors. Will have their own virtual con. I will be a part of it. Teresa Dunn will be a part of it. There's going to be panels. There's going to be pre-taped stuff. There's going to be all kinds of cool things going on. Also, Saturday, November 7th, I will be involved with the Indie Author Fair from MAPLD. You enjoyed their show just a couple of months ago. Out of the Madison Public Library. And thank you to everyone for inviting me there. And then let's see, what else do I have? I think that's the last virtual con I have this year. I'm taking December off to get some work done. But anyway, Douglas, keep us posted on your show too, would you please? And virtual, yeah, we got it. And Cocoon in need to go. Yeah, I hear you. And Kokomo, I hate autocorrect. I don't blame you. I'd rather have my fat fingers stabbing desperately at the keyboard rather than trust autocorrect. It is not my friend. But yes, Kokomo Comic-Con, if you I think there still may be tables left, contact me and I'll give you the pertinent information on who to contact. I don't know what the tables cost. I don't remember what he said they were. But anyway, also check out, go to Sean D. Hilton, and that's Sean spelled S-H-A-W-N, D as in delicious, and Hilton as in no one related to Paris. So please check it out if you're interested in going. And like I said, social distancing and masks will be the theme of the day, along with hand sanitizer, of which we are bringing a 5-gallon drum. Not that we're paranoid. But anyway, please join us at KokomoCon. We're also going to have two guests who were former Power Rangers. Of course, I didn't write them down. That's too easy. And that will be a week from this Saturday, October 17th, from 10 to 5 at the Kokomo Convention Center at 1500 North Reed Road. Real easy access, lots of great parking, beautiful facility, and I'm proud to be there. So please join us, all right? Brian Rodman says, if you're looking for some goofy, nerdy shenanigans, and you're here, so I imagine so, head on over to bit.ly/dastardly dingoes and get nerdy with me and Jeremy Woodring as we have a blast with some amazing indie creators. Some guests even wear a fez. But that's all. Oh, I'm adding that part. Anyway, yeah, and Dastardly Dingoes is a really entertaining podcast. You people are up to so many hijinks that I'm finding enjoyable. No wonder I'm not getting any writing done. I'm just going to retire and be like James Patterson, have other people do my writing for me. And Pop San Zan, I got pics on my page. It was most excellent. Gave me a great daughter-in-law. And even better, she got a great dad-in-law. So anyway, Pops, glad you got to make it, man. I know you're so looking forward to it. And I hope it was a recharging weekend, a revitalizing weekend for you. I know you had some concerns, but hopefully you can get past that and march forward into an even better tomorrow, my man. Anyway, glad you got to go. Seriously, I am. And Christian Basil says, author Michaela Jade, vibration intensifies. Hers or yours? Anyway, Carl Witzman says her phone is going crazy from the body heat. Oh man, it'll go 3 Mile Island on us any moment now. And whereas Sarah today starts the invocation ceremony as she is pulled from her crypt. And Skyman has an excellent cover, by the way. Yes, it does, Trevor Hawkins. But I think you got to admire how those ankles were redrawn on. Yes, Skyman was a collaboration. Here's the story behind it. This is an illustration done back in the 80s by the late, great Pat Boyette. who's drew like everything for Charlton and several other companies. He could write, draw, color, letter, everything. Very talented man, very nice man from all accounts. But anyway, he had drawn this as a presentation piece for publisher Ron France, and it had never been used except in a couple of ads and such. And but what happened was, we had this illustration, and our original cover artist kind of bailed on us. Actually, we fired him. So I was kind of stuck for a cover drawing, and then this thing was staring me in the face. I had to redraw the ankles because a logo, the Skyman logo, was across there. I had to redraw that part, and I turned it over to Trevor Hawkins and Randall Taylor, who I guess right. Randall Bishop, excuse me, Randy. I'm sorry, Randall Bishop, who then made this just incredible. All right, put the final touches on it. Yeah, and I colored part of it, I think. Anyway, it was a collaborative 4-way effort there, and that's why that book looks so good, because I had great help on that. And let's go to Carleen from from YouTube, saying fair amount of viewing as opposed to an unfair amount of viewing. That's true. That's true. That was a goodly amount, I should have said, as opposed to a badly amount of viewing. An unfair amount of viewing is probably too little, I would say. Christian Basil, I missed the promo. Let's see it again. Oh, we'll see it again. We just reran it. And Nick Tockard says, "What is the admission for CocoaCon?" You'll have to contact Sean D. Hilton for that. I don't remember. I booked this a long time ago, Nick. But yeah, get in touch with him or send me a PM and I will get you his contact information, okay? Douglas Deck says, watch Brian smile when he shows the video promo. Seriously, batting away tears is more like it. Tears of joy and gratitude. Plasmafire they're sponsoring the show. And we're glad to have them. We're glad to have Jeffrey Hayes' friendship, most of all. Magi J Caretaker. I'd watch them live, but they're $300 per ticket. Oh, yeah, but that would be. I've seen their shows on YouTube, and it's like you'll come back, exhausted. They'll put you through the ringer with it. It is good stuff. I would pay it. I really would. And there she is, author Kathy Jackson from YouTube. Mwah, darling, how you doing? Good morning, everyone. Had a great time at the Bluegrass Comic-Con / Fright Night Film Fest. Hey, want to report on that? Send me a note on that if you would, please. And also, don't forget, Written on Her Heart. The premiere will be this coming Saturday, and I will be there as part of the extravaganza at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. We're going to have a good time, and it'll be a half an hour of wackiness. I have no idea what we're going to do yet, but then again, I don't know what we're doing here. Carl Witzman from YouTube said, I did an unfair amount of viewing of the catfishing girls. At least that's what Carly said. Yeah, I watched the video you left us, and I was with you. I was kind of rooting for the brunette too, but she faced a worthy opponent. And for those of you who don't know what the catfishing is, if you're late on that, you'll probably be grateful after I explain that you missed it up till now. But it's it's actually catfisting. And you take bait for catfish and you put it in your hand and you stick your hand in the water, and when the catfish comes around, you grab the catfish and pull it into the boat. Not for amateurs, let me tell you that. Takes the nerves of a safecracker and ignores Carl as per usual. That's Carly sticks a chair under the door, puts her earbuds in, and says, Carl's blathering again. What else is new, right? I've got one like you at home. Pops Van Zant says, Brian, you better do CromCon 8 in November. Okay, let's talk. Seriously. I'll make a 10 as long as it's not early November. I am actually booked for 2 shows in the same day. I don't know how that happened. Well, I do know how it happened. I can't say no to Aaron Casey or Maria Gonzalez is what it is. I'm a ladies' man. No, actually, they're both happily away from me. But anyway, and Cookie's stuck with me. Poor girl. Poor girl. But anyway, yeah, let's talk, Pops. I'd love to be involved. I really would. Even as a guest, I'd love to be on one of your shows. Christian Basil, I still have the idea of a story where autocorrect inadvertently contributes to the end of the world. I think it's already doing that, Christian. It could be part of 2020. I think it's part of when the robots rise up and kill us in our sleep. That's the only thing I haven't checked off on my my 2020 bingo card yet. I've got everything else: zombie hurricanes, murder hornets, the West Coast going up in flames, Australia going up in flames. It's been a busy year, and I put some of the events of 2020 in my latest newsletter, which you can get at risingtide.pub. Sign up for that; it's free. Going over the plethora of events that have happened so far this year, and it's like, holy cats, how have we survived to this point? And Christian Basil says, I also have a movie idea to produce a story on the life of Jack Horkheimer. I saw that. Some people hustle pools, some people hustle cars. Here's the movie about the man who gazed up to the stars. Stargazer. Greetings, greetings, greetings. I used to watch Jack Horkheimer. I hear he was a complex individual. Let's put it that way. I enjoyed his shows, and I learned a heck of a lot. In fact, Christian, when I lived in the East Central Illinois area, the Doctor Who programs, of course, they ran the classic Doctor Who back in the day, and the shows were about 25 minutes long. Jack Horkheimer followed Doctor Who on WILL AM/FM TV, where I also worked and was part of the on-air talent being stretched to the ultimate there. And Michaela J says, my phone sucks. Sorry. Well, no wonder you have it in. You're moving on to Carl Witzman. I really think you should do a short version of that on YouTube, Christian Basil, and then use that to sell to a movie mogul. Yeah, and then let Jeffrey Hayes do your trailer for you. Holy cats, guaranteed sale. And that's called noodling, says the Oklahoma girl, says Amy Hale. Yeah, but on this show, we like to think of it as catfisting for obvious reasons. And Amy is just like rolling her eyes to the point where she can now map the bottom of her brain. And Carl Witzman, no wonder she shoved it in her pocket. Yeah, and good morning from Cindy Cap, CKOEPP.com. Check that page out for an amazing webpage, and you can sign up for even more amazing Bombdigalicious newsletter. It's a great read. It really is. I look forward to it every month. And Joe McKeel catches us up here. I think Carl was surprised on the review of SOC Sunday Morning. We had a great guest and broke my Alexa. That's right, you did. Poor Alexa committed suicide. She couldn't handle the pressure any longer. And we are now caught up with your comments. And so I want to let's see, let's do this. Oh, no, we aren't. Bill Sarton has joined us. Good morning, Brian and Monday Morians. Bill, glad to have you here. And Christian Basil says you can't spell Cindy Kep without PP. That's true. And that's how we catch everyone's attention. So everyone, get a hold of your CKOEPP.com and check out the work of Cindy Kep. And Cindy's like, stop promoting me right now, Brian. Help battle the evil effects of autocorrect by checking out these totally correct stories by Brian K. Morris. Thank you. On Smashwords, thank you. Thank you so much. And Bill Sarton says, #bring cookie home. With a heart. And thank you, Christian. We get a heart back right at you. Thank you. And Amy Hale says, got to get to work. Have a great day, all you too, hon. Mwah. Thank you for being here, Amy. And check out AuthorAmyHale.com on the interwebs, Author Amy Hale on Facebook, and the Hale's Angels on Facebook. That's the page you can find when you go to Amy Hale's Angels. Anyway, I was so glad to spend last weekend with you, hon. You and John and Molly and John. We had two Johns. Shut up, Christian. And Jake and Cookie. It was a great time. And post your location, says Carl Witzman. I've got a jacket in the car, Michaela. I bet you do. Anyway, if you've been wondering what we're also enthusiastic about this morning, here is the creator, or actually, here's the result.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a classic hero in a high-flying, fast-paced, and action-packed steampunk adventure. The original Skyman battles the Master of Steam with an introduction by comics icon and historian Roy Thomas. A Rising Tide and Ace Comics publication. Available now in print or digital format on Amazon.com.
All right. What's from our studio of me? I left my laptop open in the other room, and I better close that microphone off because Cookie will start swearing. Anyway, no, I left my laptop open. It's okay, honey. I'm taking it out of the picture. In fact, if you look in a couple seconds, you'll see it probably, or you could probably see it right now. Yeah, in fact, we can actually. Nah, don't worry about it. It's fine. It likes looking at you. Anyway, so anyway, also please consider signing up for the monthly free newsletter, Rising Tide Publications newsletter. It comes out the first of every month. We have discounts, miscellaneous madness, 2 secret links, and sometimes guest editorials. And news on what we are doing, fresh videos, all kinds of cool stuff. So please check it out. You see the direct, you can sign up for it at bit.ly/rising tide without the vowels 01. Also, please, or if you don't want to do that, just PM me via Facebook Messenger with your email address, and I will sign you up with my own 2 hands. Yes, these. You don't know where they've been, but I'll clean them before I do it. Anyway, let's see. Here we go. We're back to your comments, and let's see. Hashtag from Christian Basil. Hashtag I love making Cookie laugh. She's grinning.
It's not all that hard.
It's not that. No. That's what she said. And hashtag love Cookie's laugh. Hashtag keep Cookie home. Agreed on all 3 fronts. Yes, we got to get Cookie home. And Joe McKeel said that got Cookie laughing at hashtag Cookie is better than that Fez guy. Yep. I think it's unanimous. And does what are we got to consult some medical people here. What does the doctor have to say? Yep. The 13th doctor agrees with you, honey.
Well, of course.
Yeah, and Statler and Waldorf mock us both with their laughter. Anyway, yeah, everyone likes her better than me, and I can't say I blame them. I'd rather she hosted this than me. I'd watch. Anyway, Michaela mocks Carl Witzman with her laughter, and Cindy Kep says, and if Smashwords isn't your jam, those books are on Amazon too by Brian K. Morris. Thank you, Cindy Kep. I love you. You are fantastic. And if you think that's fantastic, check out her newsletter. You can subscribe at ckoepp.com. Please do that. This lady needs a lot more visibility. She really does. And I would love it if y'all would support her. And if you have shows, invite her to your show. She's a great guest. We got to have you on the solo show sometime on Clever Title Pending, Cindy. And most excellent trailer. Isn't that, though? I love that thing. I mean, I was seriously almost crying. I thought it was so beautiful. I really did. And considering what the stone, what, that black lump that's in my chest that should be a heart, what that's like, it's a moving thing for me. A cool pulp nerd bit, says Brian Rodman. This weekend, I received a black ring with a red gem in the middle. I guess that means I am now an agent of the shadow. That's true. You got the sacred Girasil now. A gift from the Tsarina to, probably not Lamont Cranston, but probably his original identity for all you Shadow fans out there. But yeah, that is so cool. I would wear the hell out of something like that. I really would. And speaking of people who are probably tired of me by now, good morning, Nevermorians from Russell Allen, RussExplodes.com, ZenoNaniteTitan.com. And Russell and I had a fantastic time last night. Well, I did at least. He's probably thinking, will that guy ever shut up? Will that guy let me have control of my own show again? But anyway, check out Russ Explode Studio and ZenoNanite.com. ZenoNaniteTitan.com. That's the name of his upcoming novel. And we're going to be giving that some love when it goes to the crowdfunding platforms. And anyway, Russell and I had a great time last night. The show was totally off the rails, and I can't say that Russell was responsible for it. But we had some great conversations, some great comments, and I think it's worth your time to watch. So please check out Russell Allen's page and take a look at what we were doing last night in front of witnesses. Anyway, Cindy Kep, for all things Doctor Who, go to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. help Christian Basil exceed his goal of 40,000 subscribers. He has just passed the 38,000 goal, and it is growing rapidly, not unlike Christian, not unlike his audience. And also, he's at the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS.com. And if you're wondering what we are discussing here, it goes something like this.
This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
Become part of the legend. Join the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS on Facebook, also on YouTube, and also their site, legendofthetravelingtardis.com. It's a great show, and tomorrow night at 6 p.m., I will be on the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS with a great panel of Whovians, and we will discuss whether the Doctor believes in ghosts or not. In one episode, he said he did. In another episode, he said he didn't. So we're going to check that out tomorrow night. We're going to have a great conversation. Then that's going to be followed by a conversation with Michaela Jade on Clever Title Pending on YouTube and on Facebook. Please join us wherever you're watching this right now. But we do advise you to go to the YouTube. Not that we're dissing, not that we have any enmity whatsoever to Facebook. Ultraman doesn't quite agree. But anyway, we have no enmity towards them, but you do get a better, honestly, this is, strictly from a, from a visual and audio point of view, you get better picture and better sound from YouTube than you do on Facebook. YouTube is meant for videos. Facebook's is kind of like, well, he's doing it, I want to do it too. It was just kind of like my writing career. But anyway, please check it out. Please check out tomorrow night. It's going to be a busy night with Legends of the Traveling TARDIS at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, and then Clever Tile Pending at 8 or 7 Central with Michaela Jade. It will be a fun time. And Christian Basil, like I said, he has a Facebook page currently with 38,000 plus people on there. Please go and give that page a like, and let's get him to 40,000 before Thanksgiving. Okay. In fact, we'd like to get him there before Halloween. Bill Sarton says, if you want a good October spooky read with a terrific twist, check out The Mad Gasser Cheerleader of Calhoun County by Carl Witzman. It's loosely based on real events here in Central Illinois. Get a hold of Carl after the show for your copy. Definitely. It's a great book with a beautiful cover illustration by Eric Hawkins. He is fantastic. He did a great job on that. Spooky AF. And anyway, and here we go. Carl Witzman says, Fezbook? It should be Fezbook. It was a Freudian slip was showing, but it should be Fezbook. Zuckerman would probably get rid of all the haters if he would just simply start wearing a fez. It does wonders for your sex appeal, as I know. But anyway, let's see. In fact, I think I got to start something here. Let me hide this. Let me move this. Let me get down here. And I'm going to pull down this for a second. I'm going to talk out loud as if everyone wonders what I'm doing. Let's have this. Viva Le FEZrolution. There we go. And that's why you should watch us on YouTube, because we are on high resolution on there. Okay. You'll get a better picture and a better, better everything there. But anyway, let's move that. And you can sign up for the Rising Tide newsletter. If you'll check out the crawl down there, it will come back around. So write it down when it comes around. It's free to sign up, and we come out every month at the first of the month. And Christian Basil says, I love Cindy Kept. Did I say PP? Constantly. Nick Tockert says, hashtag cookies for cookie. Yeah, we're going to make cookies this week. We lacked one of the ingredients. We're going to make peanut butter cookies. Now, the thing is, she has a peanut allergy, so we're going to use the artificial peanut butter and see how that works. It's going to be fun. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Russell Allen had a great time last night. Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it. Can't wait to be back. Christian Basil keeps talking about pee-pee, says Bill Sarton. Did something happen to Peter Parker? No, but something seems to have happened to Christian Basil, and I would examine it more thoroughly, but I eat with these hands. You know what I'm saying? Cindy Cap, go to Animal Eye, Mindstorm, and Condemned Courier. They're all on sale at the go to Animal Eye, Mindstorm, and Condemned Courier are all on sale at the Amazon for crazy rates. Mindstorm is more than 90% off. Go get them. Check out the work of Cindy Cap on Amazon. Or check out that link there, or go to www.amazon.com/author/Cindy Kep, Koepp. That was for you, Christian. Anyway, and also check out Bear Publications if you want to check out Animal Eye. Animal Eye is a great story, beautiful cover, and shows off the game lit skills of Cindy Kep. You need to possess a copy. And Christian Basil says, I'm thinking Miles Morales, M&M's. I'm hungry. I got the cheaper ones. I got the W&Ws. Anyway, Christian, we're going to yield the floor to Russell Allen. Said, I had a great time too. It was a blast. Check it out here, and there is the Kickstarter link for the Russ Explodes Xenonanite Titan, The Fall Before the Rise novel. I've read it. It's a good book. It seriously is. If you love like the old Robert Heinlein space opera and Edmund Hamilton space opera stuff, you'll like Xenonanite Titan. You really will. And you can find out the video at Russ Explode on Facebook. Check out his page. Give it a like. Let's get him over 40,000 too. Cindy kept out a break so soon. Drads, I'll catch up to you later. I sure hope so. We don't run very fast. In the meantime, go check out Patreon. You support Brian K. Morris, Nick Tockard, League of Impossibles, and other cool folks. That's true. I got to go give Nick some love. I really do. I've become more active on Patreon. And like I said, if you want to check out what we offer, our maximum tier is $10 a month. We also have a $1 tier that will get you something cool, and a $5 tier that will get you a heck of a lot. I'm working real hard for your love. I really am. But yeah, we have a first draft flash novel that we're writing, and we'll be getting ahead of schedule during NaNoWriMo. Also, we've restarted our blog. Some episodes will be available to anyone who shows up. Some episodes will be only for Patreon subscribers, but $1 a month will get you access to the blog. So, and it's just $1 a month, and your patronage is greatly appreciated. It really is. And there are a lot of cool people that have Patreon pages, like Nick Tockard. I gotta hook up with that. The League of Impossibles, John B. Pica's great cosplay fantasy comic book group. You'll love what he's got on there. I'm a subscriber there. Also, Francesco, artist, is on there. Beautiful work. You get to see a lot of stuff that doesn't make it to the public eye. And it's a great way to interact with a really good friend of mine. Who else am I thinking? I think Ariel Alexa Hart has she's a great cosplayer and glassmaker. She's got a page on Patreon. So does Bobby Nash. I'm supporting Bobby right now. And just a whole lot of people. So check out Patreon. It's a great place to get more intimate contact with the creators you appreciate, all right? And Cindy Kep has left us a graphic, I suspect. Or at least I'm seeing something here from Facebook, but it doesn't register on here. Oh, well. Anyway, thank you, Cindy, for that. And thank you, Bill Sarton, for that unsolicited book review. And Bill Sarton goes on to say, if you clicked on Sarton Art 76 on Facebook last, you got to see some of his silly jokes, classic Saturday morning memories, his rockin' Stevie Ray Vaughan watch party. I love Stevie Ray. And more of his sketches, including a cool commission that he just finished. So join the far out and groovy people by checking out the artwork of Bill Sarton, where everything old is new again. Definitely. That's a great page. You really want to check that out. I found a video. I don't know if you played it because I was busy on it with Russell Allen last night. That sounds awful. But there is a video out there where it looks like it's from like Austin City Limits, one of those shows. And Stevie Ray Vaughan, during that song about Little Sister that he did so amazingly well, one of the greatest guitarists ever, in my opinion. But anyway, he's playing his thing, and you'll love. Shut up, Christian. His G string broke. Yes, I do play guitar badly, but it broke during the song while he's singing, and he starts doing his solo. And of course, it's breathtaking. But he's playing with only 5 strings. You know, he's got to use that 6th string eventually. Actually, it's his the first string, but the bottommost one. But you see it just kind of waving in the air, and he just glances off stage to his guitar tech, and there is a point where the solo stops, and he's singing before he resumes playing again after during the bridge. And during this thing, his tech comes out with a freshly strung guitar, and between him and Stevie Ray, they changed guitars in like a second and a half. And it's beautiful to watch the coordination. And the tech is walking off stage. You hear the audience applauding him. It's a great video. I ought to post it one of these times. Carl Witzman says from YouTube, I think that from now on, I'll just call it FEZbook anyway. I think we should. Let's start the FEZrolution here. And Cindy Kep says, have you seen the 3 and 3s? Are pretty good, I'm told. And yeah, if you can get it with the points left arrow, they turn into love and loves. So at least on my keyboard. Russell Allen says, and don't forget to check out Brian's books on Amazon at amazon.com/author/Brian K. Morris. Thank you, Russell. Thank you so much. Again, you guys, you and Cindy are looking out for me, and I couldn't be happier. I appreciate that. I really do. And let's see, what else we got going here? Checking where everyone's at. We appreciate everyone that's watching from our pages here, whether it's my profile page, the Indie Event page, or the Rising Tide Publications page on Facebook, or Geek Insider and Brian K. Morris Rising Tide Publications on YouTube. And please, if you haven't already, I would appreciate it if you went to YouTube and subscribed to my channel. Subscriptions are key to raising visibility. And we're planning some new stuff to come up soon. And we're going to premiere stuff on Patreon. And then YouTube gets next pick. And then Facebook will get it third. Because Zuckerberg doesn't need my support. By God, he's rich enough as it is. So anyway, and what we hope you'll indulge our experimentability, well, let's call it, soon on this channel here, because what we're going to do now that we're accepting sponsorships, and we again want to thank Plasmafiregraphics.com for their sponsorship of this episode. But what we're going to do is we're going to run occasionally some other stuff that we're running out of the goodness of our hearts. But we're going to do some of those after the show. But there are people we don't take on everyone. There is, we're not getting everyone a free sponsorship on here, but mostly our friends. So please check out the people you see. We're going to run some of those spots after the show. After we sign off here. So please check out what we do here. And Carl Witzman says there was a story on guitar string while he kept playing. I keep looking for it on YouTube, but have not found it yet. Oh, Carl, the quest begins, dude. I'm good at finding things on YouTube. So yeah, that would be cool. Maybe I'll make the Stevie Ray Vaughan one of the secret links one of these months on my newsletter. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, he doesn't miss a beat. And doesn't miss a note. He and the guitar tech have obviously done this before, but it is like watching a machine, like a well-oiled machine. And everyone knows Christian Basil likes a well-oiled machine. But anyway, let's do that, and then let's run some other stuff here. Let's see, what haven't we done yet? Let's see, we've done that. Oh, let's do this for Cindy Kep.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Jerusalem series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
That's the work of Cindy Kep. Please check out her newsletter. Please check out her amazing work. Much of it is heavily discounted on Amazon, so you can get a taste of what Cindy Kep is up to. She is an incredibly talented writer, and we'd really like to see her get some more support. Okay, so please check out the work of Cindy Kep and go to her website at ckoepp.com and sign up for her free monthly newsletter. It's a great read. You will adore it. You really will. And we are all caught up with your comments inexplicably. We'd like to thank everyone for being here this morning. We're going to go about our day because I see we've got messages piling up in a queue. But anyway, we hope you all have a great, great day. And I hope it's productive, and I hope it's filled with love and companionship. And know that you've always got a friend here on the Rising Tide. We hope you all subscribe to the Rising Tide newsletter. Go to risingtide.pub and find the sign up site there. Also, you can send me a direct message on Facebook, and I will gladly sign you up myself. The subscription list is growing every month, and we are constantly changing up the newsletter, and we hope you like the new format. So anyway, and we got some other people saying they're going to abandon me, but Joe McKeelan's got a lot to do. I got to run. Thanks for the entertainment on this crazy morning. Talk to you soon, Joe. We got to talk soon. Drop me a message to remind me, okay? I do want to be involved in your gig. Anyway, Christian Basil, CindyCap.com, PP. Yes, don't forget the PP there, Christian. Keep that PP firmly in hand when you type that out, okay? Or, I mean, in your mind, okay? Anyway, and you wonder why Russell Allen's show went so completely off the tracks last night. Anyway, please check that out from last night. That was a fun interview. We both had a good time, and a great audience, great questions, great participation. It was a joy to be there. So anyway, thank you all. And just to let you know what's coming up this week, like I said, tomorrow, 4 solid hours. 3 or 4 solid hours of Brian. God help you. No, actually, it'll be 3 solid hours. 1 solid hour and 2 squishy ones. Anyway, at 6 p.m., I will be joining Christian Basil and this amazing panel on The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Please check out that wonderful broadcast. That's what the show wants to be when it grows up. And the panel will be discussing, does the Doctor believe in ghosts? In one episode he said yes he does, but in another episode he denied it. What is the truth? Will we ever know? Well, tune in and find out. We'll try and find the answer for you. And then at 8 p.m. We'll be appearing with our show, Clever Title Pending, where you're watching this right now. We're going to have the amazing Michaela Jade on. She's a wonderful writer, a dear friend, and we're waiting for your questions. We'll be awaiting your questions of this wonderful lady. You've interacted with her. You've made her pocket buzz. Now let's see what you can do for her with your questions tomorrow night. Looking forward to that. Then Saturday, we'll be joining Kathy Jackson for the release party of her brand new book, Written on His Heart, a fantastic new romance book from Seventh Star Press, I believe it is. Kathy is going big time. She's being published by somebody else. Good on you, girlfriend. Anyway, we'll be on at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central Time with a half hour of madness and fun. And please check that out, okay? You'll be glad you did. I know I'll be glad to see you there. So anyway, that is it for today's show. Let's and Carl Witzman, pew pew. I should have saved that for the end. Anyway, thank you all for your comments here. No matter where you're watching, and if you're watching on the rerun, we hope you enjoy it enough that you'll join us live for one of our shows. We do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. 9 Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. We do Nevermind the Furthermore. I can't think anymore. I think I need lunch. And on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. 7 Central, we do Clever Title Pending, which is our interview show where we talk about creativity and the business behind it. Last week we had the amazing Jim Beard on, and this week we've got Michaela Jade. And future episodes will involve broadcaster Phil Locklear. Author Amy Hale will be making her triumphant return. And on Tuesday, October 27th, we'll have Brian Wensloff, who's a very prolific broadcaster, good guy. And then we'll have a special edition on Friday night, Halloween Eve, the Devil's Night, with Master Ron Fitzgerald, Chicago-based illusionist and broadcaster and actor. So bring your questions, and he will give you his dark, sticky replies. And Adrian Johnson joins us right at the end. Good morning to you, Adrian. Good morning to Brian and his friends. And you are my friend too, Adrian. Glad to have you here. Nick Tucker says, by the way, as part of October, I will be doing a special series on combating the supernatural for my Patreon patrons to see first. I always take Patreon requests. Yeah. And now that I'm on Patreon, if you join it and you have a request for me, please let me know. I would be glad to see if I can accommodate you. And Brian Rodman, excellent show today. Thanks for starting our week off in style, Brian. Thank you, Brian, for bringing the style, my man. See everyone tomorrow night. You betcha. It's a date, brianrodman.com. Check out his work, Memoirs of an Angel. It is great stuff. So anyway, speaking of, that, folks, we're going to let you go about your day now. We appreciate your being here. Again, please check out our website, risingtide.pub. We'll show you everything we've got on sale right now on Amazon and other environments, Smashwords and such. And also you can sign up for my free monthly newsletter. It goes out the first of every month. We fill your head with motivation, education, and inspiration. We hope you enjoy it. And if you're watching on YouTube, please, if you enjoyed what you saw, please give this a big thumbs up if you would. And also consider subscribing. It helps us a lot with our visibility on the channel, makes us more search friendly. And please ring that bell so you'll be notified of all future appearances. And if you're watching on Facebook, please give the Indie Vent and Rising Tide Publications page a like if you would. And also on the Rising Tide Publications page, we also feature promotions from our favorite people, the creative things they're up to, as well as our own posts about 2 or 3, 4 times a day. It varies. And see what your fellow creatives are up to, all right? So everyone, thank you for an excellent show this morning. Appreciate you all, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, or whether you're watching live or on the reruns. And so, and also if you're watching on Geek Insider, who we are co-powered by, please give that a subscription and a thumbs up, and I'll ring that bell on there too, because they could use some love too, all right? So anyway, in closing, this is Brian K. Morris wishing you a fantastic creative day and reminding you to stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. Thank you all for being here for Nevermind the Furthermore for October 5th, 2020. We're getting through the year, folks. We can make it together. Have an excellent day.
This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
Thank you for tuning in to Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Publications and Brian K. Morris production. Member of the Comic Book Advocating Network and sponsored by GeekInsider.com. Become part of our show with sponsorship and advertising opportunities. For details, contact advertising at GeekInsider.com or visit podcast.geekinsider.com. The Geek Insider podcast is available on your favorite app, so please hit the follow button and share it out to your friends, because if you don't, you might have to turn in your geek card.
Now, every Sunday morning, longtime independent comics creator and Indie Volt podcaster Randy Zimmerman hosts a discussion on the lighter side of comics, the more whimsical and fun comics out there on the Sunday Funnies. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday on Indie Volt, indievolt.com, the Indie Volt YouTube channel, and the usual Indie Volt sites on Facebook. Listen in, won't you? Participate in the chat. Let's have some fun. See you there.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a classic hero in a high-flying, fast-paced, and action-packed steampunk adventure. The original Skyman battles the Master of Steam with an introduction by comics icon and historian Roy Thomas. A Rising Tide, an Ace Comics publication. Available now in print or digital format on Amazon.com.
Ooh, that made my nibbies hard.
So let's go.
Ooh.
Oh.
My nippies got hard.